Now at 6, a group of Evergreen public school workers, including paraeducators, mechanics, and bus drivers, are expected to rally this morning. We'll have a live report on what they want coming up. Plus,
scary moments for an influencer couple in Houston when an SUV crashed into a restaurant while they were filming. We had the details of the crash and the recovery.
And we are also live in Ridgefield this morning. What's up, doggy? Oh my gosh, look at that line of cars already. The workers are out there as well. I guess just saying hello. They can't be taking orders yet, right? The restaurant doesn't open until 10:30. We're talking about the first ever InNOut in the state of Washington. We have it now in Ridgefield. The line of cars, again, already long. I guess if you build it, they really will come. Yep. The 6 o'clock hour of sunrise starts right now.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Wednesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. Not just Wednesday, Rod Hill, it's InNOut Day in Ridgefield. And I'm curious, what are the workers doing out there already? 4.5 hours before the opening. It looked like they were taking down something on the pad of paper there.
Maybe.
Do they have stickers or stuff they hand out? I have no idea.
Stickers?
I don't know. What are they doing? Here, have us. Oh, forget you guys.
Gee golly.
By golly.
I'm trying to make conversation here. All right. Here's, let me get serious. We've been talking about the next heat wave coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Weather Service, it's a timing issue. They put out their extreme heat watch yesterday afternoon for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Almost identical map to the last heat wave we had. This goes up and down I-5 from south of Eugene up into Cowlitz County and then the gorge out to Hood River. And again, we're talking general temperature range of 96 to 102 degrees. Okay, so more on that upcoming. Here is a cool shot because you can see some blue and then some clouds rolled up as well. This is Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City, where generally a good bit of sunshine is expected as we get going through the day at the coast. Should be a nice Wednesday. Right now, some sunny blue. Well, the sun's not up yet, but blue over Mount Hood. 46 is the number. And here's a bunch of gnats. And then you've got some cloudiness looking from the Wells Fargo building. There's a bit of passing cloudiness we have right now. It will pass off to the east. Today will go on to be beautifully sunny most of the time. And still pretty comfortable for August. 63 out the door, 74 at noon, 83 the high. Obviously, take advantage. We could be right near 90 as soon as tomorrow, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Rod. Portland and Gresham police are investigating 2 connected shootings that left 2 people hospitalized Tuesday night. Officers first responded around 6 p.m. to reports of gunfire between 2 vehicles near Northeast Gleason and 167th. The group separated, and about 40 minutes later, they returned to Pat Pfeiffer Park, about a half-mile away, where there was another shooting. Authorities confirmed 2 people were taken to the hospital, but so far no word on suspects or arrests. In the meantime, we now know the name of the teenager who drowned in the Columbia River last week. The Clark County Medical Examiner's Office says 16-year-old Anthony Tarnowski of Battleground died last Wednesday while swimming near Frenchman's Bar. A bystander tried to save him, but says that the current swept the team downstream. The sheriff's office is warning people about a drop-off in the river about 10 to 15 feet from the shoreline, where the current quickly picks up.
We also have an update this morning on the Willamette. The Oregon Health Authority lifted its toxic algae advisory stretching from the Ross Island Lagoon downriver to the Wapato Bridge and Kelly Point Park. So testing confirmed that toxic levels in the water are now below recreational guidelines. In other words, it's safe to be in the water again. But keep in mind, algae blooms can develop at any time, especially when it's warm outside.
Tensions are growing in Southwest Washington with a potential strike as the school year starts. Classified workers in Evergreen public schools are expected to rally for better wages later this morning.
Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz is covering the story for us live outside school district headquarters. Thomas, you mentioned earlier this morning this rally could last several hours today.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time, guys. Expecting to go from 8:30 to noon this morning. And it's a rally among paraeducators, custodians, any classified workers, which is hundreds of people up in Evergreen. Now, they're asking for better wages and safe, sustainable working conditions. Parents, students, and other staff are expected to join workers in the rally today as well. If that sounds familiar, there is a reason why. Evergreen dealt with a strike a couple years ago. When teachers went on strike, that lasted almost 2 weeks. Still, tensions bubbled over then, too. At the time, the superintendent threatened to withhold pay from striking staff. Parents tell me that classified staff here at Evergreen could ratify a new contract or decide to go on strike tomorrow after a mediation session. We reached out to Evergreen Public Schools for a statement or a comment about this as well. We'll let you know what they say when we hear back. Drew, China.
Thank you, Thomas. And now to big news in the media industry involving KGW and our parent company, Tegna. Competitor NextStar announced a deal to acquire Tegna for $6.2 billion. So here's what this means for you. The acquisition would form the nation's largest local media company and put KGW and Coin, the local CBS affiliate, under the same corporate ownership. If it's approved by shareholders and regulators, the expanded company would reach nearly 80% of U.S. households with a presence in 9 of the top 10 TV markets. Here's more from NextStar's CEO.
Our goal is to become a big company, a bigger company, and hopefully be able to compete on a level playing field with big tech that is pervasive in all aspects of media.
The FCC and the Justice Department still need to approve the deal.
All right, today is the day in Ridgefield. The first InNOut in the state opens there later this morning.
And people from across the state are expected to come for this grand opening. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joins us live from Ridgefield at the new location. So Corey, it seems like people are already lining up.
Oh, that's exactly right. Drew, China, you said it before. If you build it, they will come, and they'll come early. There are so many people here. At least 24 people have come very early to this location for the grand opening. Customers already outside, employees also walking around, even taking orders, and they're here and out and about. I want to give you an idea of just how long this line is. Employees are setting up, and they're also taking a few orders for people who decided to get up and come very, very early. One person in particular I wanted to introduce you to, Kevin. Now, Kevin, you're the first person in line. And so tell me, how early did you get up to be here?
I got here about 8:16 last night. And then I was actually technically the second person, but the individual in front of me had to leave. So I got first spot.
Wow. And how far did you drive to get here?
I drove about 2 hours out of the Seattle Milton area. And then my friends Gabe, Captain Ron, and Matt up there in Seattle helped me get down here, and I just camped out in the van.
Now, you clearly love InNOut. What are you planning to order?
So I'm going to get 3 double doubles. 3 fries, one of them is an animal style with onions, the whole 9 yards. And then I'm going to get an unsalted puppy patty for my little guy.
And we got to meet your little guy. Let's see him. Oh, goodness, my heart. I can't take it. Hello. Hello, friend. What's his name?
His name is Edgar Allan Poe. We call him Mr. Poe for short.
And so why was it important to you to come out and get here this early?
I've never been to an InNOut grand opening, and it's the only one in Washington State, and I'm born and raised Washingtonian, so I figured I'd call out for work for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Now, employees came over to you about 5 minutes ago. They were taking your order, but they were also telling you that you got something pretty special for being here so early. What was it?
I did. I get a T-shirt and a burger coin, and then I've got a wristband right here.
Oh, let's see it.
It's just a little simple wristband. I'm just going to frame everything.
Well, that's so exciting. I'm happy for you, Kevin. I can't wait for you to get your food. I haven't tried it either, so I'm looking forward to it being the first time that we try InNOut together. There we go. Well, we're going to be out here all morning ahead of the grand opening at 10:30. But as we mentioned, long line of cars and even more people are making their way here. Drew, China?
Dedication is the only word that comes to mind.
And TV Gold, I'm glad you found that customer, Corey. First in line. He said he got there at about 8:16. Seemed like a pretty specific arrival time. We're going to have more from Corey coming up throughout the morning.
Yes.
One more shot of Edgar
Allan
Poe.
Money shot.
All right, Rod, I try to take it over from there, but that's a tough act to follow.
Okay, would either one of you two,
Yes?
keep their mics open,
Yeah. Oh.
would you sit in your car overnight and then much of the morning for anything?
As
Anything.
as a wise man, Randy Jackson once said, it's going to be a no for me, dog.
If they told me I could get behind home plate for a Phillies World Series game, all I had to do was stay there overnight, and I was guaranteed those tickets, I would sit there, sure.
Okay, that makes sense, Mr. Carney. I'm with you.
You would do it for something golf related.
Or if they said, Mr. Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, Kansas City Chiefs, to have dinner with Mr. Mahomes, But I would also need a new car. I would need him to toss in a new car with the dinner.
Greedy.
Then I'm in.
Greedy.
Say, oh, come on, he can afford it. He can afford to get me a car dealership. Here's the Salem sky camera. We've got, that looks like baby blue skies, right? 58 degrees, reported as clear. Portland, this is really pretty. Take a second and look. Definition of some passing cloudiness. Sunrise is 6:16, 6:17 this morning, so we're not quite there. Brian Matthews, our director, giving you a panoramic view. Definitely some brightness off to the east. Thank you, Brian. 63 is the current number. This will be a really nice day and still pretty comfortable for August. So pick out your city. Happy Valley, good morning, 57. Pick out your city. McMinnville, 58, good morning. Later today, again, no 90s on the board. Plenty of sun to go around, 80s inland, 60s to about 70 at the coast. Tomorrow, just like that, we're near 90, and then we have the KGW weather impact alert for the next heat wave. Hottest temperatures to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can see them there. Now, I would sit in line if the temperatures would be cooler, guaranteed. All right. Back to you.
All right.